Hi, guys. Just for both of you, Natalie talked a little bit about how this was kind of rough, that you guys didn't really get to scrimmage much these past couple days, and she thought maybe that led to some rust, especially defensively. How do you feel about that, and how do you kind of come back from a game where you give up a 22-3 run like that early on?
Yeah, I mean, I think coach is probably trying to, take some accountability for us. And yeah, I guess you can say like maybe that would have helped us get in some flow and some rhythm. But at the end of the day, we're professional basketball players and we have a standard that we need to play to. And we didn't set the tone as starters, coming out pretty flat in that first quarter. So we can't let that happen again, honestly. And we'll learn from it, though. And we just kind of make adjustments and go from there.
And then something else you mentioned was just the turnovers. And you guys had, I think, 23. 8 of them came in the fourth quarter. The first game of the season, you had some turnover issues, and it got better the next couple. How do you guys kind of just respond and have better ball control?
Yeah, I mean, that's New York's length a little bit too, and their physicality. So that's something that we need to be aware of. Obviously, we aren't the biggest team, and I do agree the last few games we've taken care of the ball a little bit better, but it's still a learning curve for all of us. And as point guards too, I think we need to do a good job of protecting the ball. We talk about that being a key for us before every game. So just not telegraphing our passes, going off of 2 feet, making the simple passes. I think sometimes we try and make a read that isn't always there, or we try and, split the defense when we just need to make some more simple passes. But 8 in the fourth quarter is a mental thing too, I think.
Is that just following up? I mean, is what you're talking about in terms of ball control, like some of the learnings that you hope to apply to Thursday, and are there other things that come to mind with a 40-hour turnaround here?
For sure. I mean, we got to take care of the ball, and that needs to happen fast. But, I mean, we know how. Like, some of it was just mental error. Some of it is just fatigue, maybe. Some of it is just making the wrong decision. But, yeah, that's the learning curve. I mean, it comes with time, comes with chemistry with each other, comes with flow of the offense. And we've seen games where we clean it up. And so I think we'll be fine, and we'll do that.
John Armour here from She Got Game. This one's for KT. Just kind of to talk about the different roles you play. While you were in New York, you were a bit of a role player and stuff. How excited are you kind of to display, your ability to be a number one option and kind of lead a team, a young team, and just step in and really embrace that role?
Yeah, I'm very grateful for the opportunity, but I kind of just don't look at it like that. I feel like I'm the same player that I was in New York. I bring the same energy and stuff. Yeah, I might have to score a little bit more, but I still do the small things. I don't change who I am. And, as far as just leading the team, I just try to do everything I can and kind of just have my energy just rub off to my teammates and just encourage them. We might be young, but we have a great talent on our team, and it's going to take time for us to gel together. It's only our 4th game. Yeah, this was a disappointing loss, and, I take accountability too for this loss, but we just gotta stick together and just learn from it. This is the best team in the league right now, so we just gotta go back on film and see what we need to do and just get better. And as long as we can get better 1% each day, we're on the right direction.
And this one's for both of you guys. Just prior to the game, obviously, KT, your first return, it just seemed like a very emotional moment. Prior to the game, you running, meeting KB and everything. And then there's an aspect of just how important of a game is this for you guys, coming from the West Coast, first game over here on the East Coast, being in a hostile crowd. Obviously, you're used to it. But just kind of what does that experience teach you as a team, and just overall, just kind of what was the emotions prior to the game start?
Yeah, it definitely was a lot of emotion. I tried to bottle it up as much as I can to be there for my team. It took me a little minute, just to be back and, to see that, I was playing on the upper side of, some of my great friends. But after I got that, it was go time, and just to be playing in this type of arena, it is a very hostile arena. And I think, some of my players are not used to that. And it's a growing experience, so you can't be mad. It's a learning, and it's going to be more of those, you know. When we go play Indiana and stuff like that, it's going to be way more. So I think this is a great start. You know, we're playing in New York early. Again, one of the best teams in the league, to see where we're at and see how we can grow. And that's all you can ask for. And, you know, I feel like our team's going to improve with that coming to the next game.
Hi, KT. How you doing? Congratulations, champion. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I just wanted to know your overall. I know you've probably been answering this question a lot, but obviously it's my first time seeing you. So I just wanted to get your overall emotions, and I wanted to know who was the first to cry, because I saw a lot going on between you and KB. Who was the first to shed that first tear?
Man, you know what? I'm not a very emotional person, but I mean, I've been crying ever since we landed in New York, 3 days ago. Shout out to JK for the things that he done for my family and stuff like that, setting up the jacket in my hotel room, my white jacket and stuff like that. And then the note that he wrote, that started right there. But I think I shed the tear. My first tear when I seen Terry and all that, and just a lot of mixed emotions, but happy because, you know, not only on the court we were players, but off the court we were like, you know, best friends, close friends, everybody. So that's the emotions that kind of really hit. But I'm glad I got that out the way now, so I don't have to worry about that, and I can kind of just relax and breathe, because it hasn't been an emotional roller coaster these past 3 days for me.
Awesome. And finally, obviously you got it all out your system and everything out your system. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. But, just going through the emotions and actually just seeing the fans and everything, because I'd be remiss to tell you, fans are really, really, they miss you a lot. Yeah. So do you have any special message for Liberty fans before,
I don't even want to get emotional again, but they're amazing. And I know I'm at a new team, and my Golden State fans are great too, but New York fans will always, always hold a special place in my heart. I mean, y'all made me feel like I was back in New York, playing for New York, and I'm just so appreciative of that, and I'm blessed that I had that type of fan base, even though I'm on the other side, that still supports me. And, I don't take that stuff for granted, and I've always just cherished that and just know that, you guys will never be forgotten.
Last one.
Thank you. Veronica, I'm curious, defending the guards against a team like New York, where Tosh and Sabrina are so different types of players, is that harder, or at least somewhat of a different challenge than recent teams you've played, where the couple players you've been switching back and forth between have been more similar in style?
It's definitely something I think you have to be aware of, and that's where kind of a big communication aspect comes in on the defensive end, and just having an awareness and an IQ, and you get a little bit familiar with these guards, and so I've played against both of them for now a few years, and so just I think tonight they're always incredible guards. They attract a lot of attention, but they're such a deep team, and so it was Johannes off the bench, JJ hitting threes, and so just kind of having a whole team awareness is a big thing, and just finding different ways to try and limit them. Of course. Thank you. Yeah.